Hi, welcome to our last junior relations video. We're going to use a rule to draw a graph called a parabola. Remember, quadratics are an expression that has the highest power of x squared, and these things produce a graph called a parabola. In this video, we're going to show you how to draw them. All right, straight into example 1. Let's use the rule y is equal to x squared plus 2 to draw a parabola. So we're going to go back to the technique of setting up a table. We're going to pick some x values, and I've picked from x is -2 to +2, and we're going to substitute these numbers into the rule to get the y values. Now, I've done this on the calculator. Please, if you're using a calculator, use brackets for negative. So for -2, you're going to go bracket, -2, close bracket, squared, plus 2 more, and that should give you a y value of 6. When you do -1, go bracket, -1, close bracket, squared, plus 2 more, and that should give you a y value of 3. When you do the rest of the numbers, 0, 1, and 2, you don't need to use brackets. If you're trying to do things in your head, please be careful. -2 times -2 makes +4, and 4 plus 2 more makes a y value of 6. All right, if you want to pause the video and work through that yourself, please do so. Let's get on to drawing the graph on the Cartesian plane. So here are the points, -2, 6, -1, 3, 0, 2, 1, 3, and 2, 6. Now notice parabolas are symmetrical. They do have a mirror line. They're symmetrical on both sides. So once you identify that pattern, it's not too hard to figure out where some of the points go. You can't use a ruler to draw these things. Please do not pick up a ruler when you draw a parabola. You must draw it freehand and do it the best you can through all of these points. And there is what the first parabola looks like. Y is equal to x squared plus 2. All right, here's another example. Use the rule y is equal to 2x squared to draw a parabola. Well, once again, we get a table set up. We've got x from -2 to +2, and we're going to substitute those x values into the rule to get y values. And once again, please be careful if you're using a calculator. Here's what I like to do. I like to go, if I'm using x is equal to -2, I like to go 2 times bracket, -2, close bracket, squared. That should give you a y value of 8. Right, so I'm substituting all those values into my calculator and I'm getting my y values, and I'm now going to draw my graph. So here is my Cartesian plane, and let's plot these points. So here we go, -2, 8, -1, 2, 0, 0, that's the origin, 1, 2, and 2, 8. Once again, we're not going to pick up a ruler. We're going to just draw freehand the best we can and draw this beautiful looking parabola here. Right, example 3. Let's use the rule y is equal to -x squared to draw our last parabola. So here's our table, again from -2 to +2, and once again we're going to substitute those points into the rule to get our y values. Now this is a little tricky, please, because of the -x squared out the front. The negative out the front causes a bit of issue. If you're doing it in your head, you have to do this. If you're using x is equal to -2, you have to go -2 times -2, that's x squared, which makes +4, but the negative out the front makes it a negative again, making y equal to -4. If you're using a calculator, you've got to type in your negative, then go bracket, -2, close bracket, squared, and you should get y equal to -4. So it's a little tricky. Work through it very carefully. Pause the video if you need to. You should get the same y values that I get. Now, when we go to plot the graph, here we go. Here's our points, -2, -4, -1, -1, 0, 0, 1, -1, and 2, -4. And you should get this beautiful parabola, which is upside down. All right. Hey, thank you very much for watching all these videos, and best of luck for any tests and assessments.